haven't done anything in like 9-10 years, but you can't fault him for the Daniel Jones injury, which was the initial, like what caused, the domino blocks start to fall. But the Sauce trade and dealing those picks was definitely a mistake. So
Well,
if
I don't know
maybe he
that.
wasn't the final, I don't know. Like that's the fireable offense to me this year is that deal.
I mean, I disagree. I disagree. I don't think the fireable offense is the Sauce deal because look, Sauce doesn't injure his calf and he plays the whole year, and Jones doesn't get injured and plays the whole year. And we're looking at the playoffs right now. We could be having a conversation like that was the most ballsy, greatest decision ever.
Yeah, if it
I
works.
think, yeah. Well, I mean, injuries kind of screw up the judgment there,
Yeah.
but I think the fireable offense here is you did have adversity and you didn't do a damn thing about it. You faced adversity and you lost almost every game after that, except the last team we beat was the Falcons in Berlin. Yeah.
Well, to
So
me,
it's
that's
just like,
coaching. That's not on the GM. That's on coaching, keeping people motivated.
so the way I look at it is as far along as we've been, coaching, I would blame coaching for 2 games. After that, the GM needs to grab the coach and say, hey, enough with the shit. What's going on? Right. That's where the GM part comes in. Yeah. I mean, I want to see Steichen fired too. Steichen made some if Steichen's going to come back, he needs to give up the play calling for offense. And here's why. Here's why I say that. I'll give you a great example. We were playing the Chiefs, um, and we somehow made it to overtime. Well, before overtime, it was like 4th and 5. Okay, we're right around the 50, no man's land, and he decides to punt. Maybe 2 minutes left on the clock. We're winning. Can't let the Chiefs score. In what world do you punt that ball? You can't. Our defense did not stop the Chiefs at all that half. That makes no sense. The Chiefs are going to score. And then, going into overtime, we all saw what happened. Same thing. For some reason, he chose to get the ball first going into overtime, which you and I talk about all the time. That's strategically shooting yourself in the foot. But
Mm.
anyway, he chose to get the ball first, and then they got stopped, and then they punted. They punted to the Chiefs. And if the Chiefs score, you lose. Go for it because you're not going to stop them. You know what I mean? So and that's just one example. Strategically, and it's like if you can figure him out, you shut him down. He's a one-trick pony, and you saw that this year. You stopped Taylor, you stopped the Colts. Bottom line.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess the only other person on the team, I guess you guys got to look at, I mean, and this isn't a Colts podcast, but I mean, the payments, like I'm sure Jonathan Taylor is going to want more money. You got
He
Alec
is.
Pierce. I've heard a lot of teams that are looking at Alec Pierce. He's going to get paid by somebody, if not you guys. I don't know anything about the offensive line or anybody like that. I know Sauce has already been paid, but I mean, you've got to run it back and try to retain as much as you have currently because you have 0 draft picks this year. I mean, none in the first couple of rounds. Like you have like a 3rd, 4th, 5th or whatever, but you're not going to get a starter necessarily from the get-go out of the draft this year. So you've got to, I mean, I guess that's the only thing like I can think of is like continuity, like because you can't strip the team totally or bring in like a new quarterback or new like whatever. So keep the coaches, I guess, the same because you're gonna have less success maybe if you bring in somebody that's completely new. And I don't know. I thought they would have both been fired.
Yeah.
The only
Now, to
thing I
your
can think
point,
of is
though,
not giving up continuity, maybe.
to your point, not a Colts podcast, but I think the public would agree that the Colts had one of the most explosive starts that nobody saw coming and the worst fall from grace that nobody saw coming. Right? The Colts were just the biggest anomaly of the season, going from, number 1 seed in the AFC. At one point we were ranked number 1 in the NFL. I verified that to what we ended at. And it's just, everyone wants to know what the hell happened.
It was one thing, and then it led to everything else.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones
Buckner.
getting hurt on the bye week or whatever with the
Yep.
fibula before
Daniel
he got
Jones.
hurt. I mean, and then once he
DeForest
got hurt,
Buckner.
yeah, it was the whole defense.
Yeah. Sauce.
Which my opinion on that trade, the reason why I think it's fireable is because I thought they gave away too much. We talked about it on our podcast.